Hi guys. Well, we've had quite the morning. I booked our flight. We got all ready to leave, loaded up, headed to the airport, and our flight is for tomorrow at the same time. So we're gonna leave everything packed, but I thought, hey, let's play with palette 6 a little bit since I'm up and around and now don't have a ton of things to do. I'm drinking my raw juice, green juice, and so literally got up, got around. I don't know, I think I was looking at the wrong, like last year's calendar maybe or something, because I knew we were leaving on Thursday, or that was the plan to leave on Thursday. And we get to the airport and they keep checking the tickets. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, because I booked them on Expedia, I thought maybe they had the wrong, like it didn't go through or something. And then she goes, oh, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but it's for tomorrow at the exact same time. So luckily we flew out of our little local airport, and so it wasn't a long drive to get there. So we just left everything in our suitcases. We're home, it's gonna be fine. Was actually able to get Matthew's inhaler, which I couldn't get refilled. It wasn't ready until after we left today. So all in all, it'll work out fine. We just shifted around a few things here and there, and it'll work out just fine. But at first I thought, oh my gosh, my husband had all these appointments scheduled in Austin. So he was able, I think, to shift them around, and it'll actually be less stress. And then I was driving Matthew from Austin to Houston to visit Haley and her family. And so we were able to just shift that by a day, and it'll all be just fine. But oh, I always book all the travel stuff, and I've never done that before. And so it was, luckily we didn't have to drive out of town to pick up anything, and you know, all is well. So I was going to show you guys this palette 6 because I just looked and it's limited quantities right now, and it's my favorite new palette. It's got like, you can do a bunch of different looks. You can do the chocolate brown and these lighter colors. You can do the burgundies. This one is a really shimmery, like a pink with a shimmer in it. And so, and this one you can use as a highlighter. I've seen people using these two as brow colors too. And so it's a really versatile palette. So I thought, you know what, I'll just come on here and play with this a little bit, get my mind off the fact that I totally messed up our travels. So, what should I do? Should I do more of the burgundies? Maybe I'll try. I'm going to do this as like a transition color at first. And so this brush is our blending brush, and I love, love, love this brush. So I'm going to pick up just a little bit of this lighter brown color, and they're pretty pigmented. This particular palette has a built-in primer, and so and these palettes last forever and ever and ever. So let me see if I can do it in my camera. So I'm going to do this. It's called Enthralled, this lighter brown. And this is the one that they're using as a brow powder too. In fact, I should go get my brow brush and kind of show you. There's two colors. So if you have more of dark brown hair, you can use this as a brow color, or you can use the light brown as a brow color. And then they're using this one as a highlighter, like a cheek highlighter. And so it's, like I said, it's a pretty versatile palette. Let's just play around with it a little bit. So this is just that lighter brown color. I'm gonna do it kind of as my transition color. And it's gonna look a little dark until I blend it, but this blending brush is the best thing that ever happened to shadows, because I blend kind of between each color I use, and I layer my colors. And so having this little blending brush really makes it look, it takes away all the, like the harsh lines just by blending it. And so I'm not gonna put any more product on there. I'm just gonna kind of blend it out, just kind of little windshield wipers. And I hold my brush down at the bottom of the brush, because then you don't put, like if you hold it way up here, you're taking off a lot of the product. So if you hold your brushes way in the back like this, so I'm just gonna kind of sweep it around, little circular motions, and this is that lighter brown color. Oh, you know what, Lois? I made our reservations for what I thought was today, but apparently I was looking at last year's calendar or something. I don't know. We talked about leaving on Thursday, and then we talked about leaving on Friday, so I don't really know what happened, but I thought I booked our plane flights for today, Thursday, and we get there. Luckily, it was local. You know, our airport was local, so it's not far away. But we get to the front of the line with all of our luggage, and the lady says, oh my gosh, she says, you're here a day early. Your flight is this exact same flight, but it's tomorrow, which is really weird because it let me check in yesterday with all my seats and everything. But sure enough, it does say the 12th. And I all day thought yesterday was the 11th, but it's still weird that it let me check in my seats, you know, my, like the 24-hour check-in. They don't usually let you do that. So I don't know what happened, but at any rate, we're home, we're all packed. I'm just going to unload the stuff I need to use tonight, and we'll get up in the morning. Luckily, our flight wasn't super early. We didn't have to be there until 9:30. So all in all, it was just a weird situation because, yeah, just a weird situation because I'm surprised it let me check in. So anyway, I'm using palette 6. I just looked, there's limited quantities of this palette. You can get it in the Kudos, and so the Kudos comes with a palette of your choice. So you can pick palette 6 or you can pick any of the other palettes. We have a total of 6 total palettes. You get a liquid lipstick of your choice, so you can pick like a light neutral color like this. You can pick a bold, bright color, and then you get an Epic mascara of your choice, and that's what comes in this month's Kudos. So I was saying that this palette is super versatile because I've seen people use these 2 colors as their brow color, and then this color you can use as a highlighter too. And you can do, like I could do just this one color and add a little bit of this lighter color, and it would be a great eye look just with 2 colors. Or you can layer and do different things. So I'm going to take a little bit of that lighter brown. This is our liner brush, which I love because you can just sweep it underneath your eye and use that as a liner as well. You can wet some of the shimmer colors and get a really bold, like a nighttime look. And so it's a super versatile, really versatile palette. I love, love, love this blazing color, which is kind of this burgundy color. And then these 2 are super shimmery. This one is probably the most shimmery, and that one is actually better applied a little bit wet. But yeah, I mean, I love the brown color because the brown is kind of more of that smoky brown color. And so that's just that lightest brown color. So I'm going to layer a little bit of this blazing. I'm going to start it off in my crease, and then I'll blend it up just a little bit. So I'm going to use just a regular crease brush right now, but just a couple of little, let me see if I can do this, and I'm just lightly tap it on the powder because it has a built-in primer. So I'm going to do that blazing color just kind of on the outside edge and sweep it a little bit into my crease. And then every time I add a new color, I blend it with the blending brush. And so if you don't have like a blending brush like this, I swear this makes every shadow look more professional. So I'm going to again take a little bit of that blazing, the burgundy color, do it just on the outer V of my eye. And you can bring this underneath your eye as well, kind of as an eyeliner color. And then I'm going to blend. So you can actually just take this brush without adding any more product and kind of blend it down underneath the eye to give it a little bit more color. And then I'm just going to blend. So I just use that big fluffy blending brush. I hold it way down low at the brush so I'm not taking off a ton of products. And I blend mine kind of up a little bit because I don't want my eye to be any more droopy than it is at my age. So I just kind of blend it up into the corner, and then I just kind of use windshield wiper motions. You can blend a little bit of it onto the lid if you want. And so this is a little bit darker look, adding that second color, but it's a really, really pretty, like a burgundy color. And again, you could kind of stop at any point with this. That could be an eye look, but I'm gonna add a little bit of these shimmery colors too. But I'm just gonna blend. And if you blend each time you add a new color, it just makes it to where you don't ever have that harsh line of colors. And so it just kind of blends it in. And because these have a primer built in, they're gonna last and stay for hours. You don't have to worry about them losing or going into your crease or anything like that. So I'm just gonna blend that a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna take my Deluxe brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit. This one's called Impressive, and it's just a little bit of a metallic, I guess, color. So I'm just going to tap it kind of on one side of my brush, tap off the excess, and then on these metallic-y ones, I kind of just pat those on so they don't get all over the place. But because it has the primer in it, there's not a ton of fallout underneath my eye. And so I kind of just focus on the center a little bit, but it just kind of brightens up the center of your eye just by adding a little bit lighter color. And like I said, you could have done just that brown, that first brown, and then added a little bit of, this one's called Lofty. It's kind of like a gold metallic, champagne kind of metallic. And so I might add a little bit of that as well just to brighten it up. But it's so pretty. That burgundy color is called Blazing, and it's just a really pretty burgundy color. I'm going to add just a little bit of that Lofty kind of in the corner here. And then you could also add the Lofty kind of at the brow bone too. And what I was saying is that this palette is really, really versatile because you can use the browns as eyebrow color as well. So you can use the browns as eyebrow color. Let me add a little bit more of that Lofty in the corner. It's so pretty, such a pretty palette, and it's sold out for individual purchases, but you can still get it in this month's Kudos. But I just noticed today, after I had the debacle with my flight, that it's limited quantities now. So if it's something that you've kind of been eyeing, it will eventually come back as a regular palette color, but I don't know when that will happen. Some of our stuff that's going on back order is not coming back until June at this point. So if it's something that you're interested in, you can still get it in this month's Kudos. And like I said, this color here, you can use kind of as a little highlight too, because it's just this kind of champagne-y shimmer. And so you can use it as a highlight here. Hi, Joanne, how are you? I was saying this palette 6 is such a versatile palette. You can use the lighter shimmer colors as a highlight. You can use the darker brown colors as brow color. And so there's just a ton of different things that you can do with this particular palette, and our palettes last forever. The original palettes that I have, I still have product in them because they're really highly pigmented. You basically just tap your brush in them. And so this is the new one, palette 6. It's been really, really popular. It's already sold out for individual purposes, but you can, purchases I should say, but you can get it in the Kudos. And so this month's customer special comes with a palette of your choice, and we've got 6 to choose from. This is palette 6. I have palette 4 here as well, which is another one of my favorites. It has got like French blues and again browns, and then again this is a really pretty just kind of everyday lid color. And then we've got 4 other ones besides the 2 that I just showed you. We've got a everyday kind of browns and golds, and then we have a like purples, and palette 2 is what we call our smoky eye palette because it has more of the grays and the blacks. But this is palette 6 that I just did, and it's just 3 colors. Sorry, 3 colors. Shh, Trooper, shh, 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 come here. Come here, shh, shh. He hears the gardener, and it's the gardener next door. Stop. Come here, Trooper. And then you get a liquid lipstick of your choice, and we've got really nice, Trooper, stop, come sit. Some really nice neutral colors, and then we have some really bold colors as well. Stop it. Now stop. Lay down. Shh. And then you get an epic mascara, hey, of your choice. So I'm going to do kind of more of a neutral look with this eye. So this is Plush Lip Liner. I'm just going to line my lips. Get off my gloss. Trooper. And this is kind of a neutral with a little bit of kind of a purple to it. Not really purple, but mauve, I guess. Troop. He listens as well as my kids do, which is not very well when he hears the gardener. So I usually line the majority of my lips. Stop it, Trooper. And that will allow the, come here, come here. That'll allow the liquid lipstick to stay on better. Okay, shh, quiet, quiet. And the liquid lipstick is a matte, and it's a little bit more of a long wearing. And so it comes on a sponge. I usually wipe off the majority of the product off of it because you get a lot of product with it. And so this one I think is called Sympathetic. Come here, T. He does not like the gardener, and he can hear it, but it's the gardener next door actually. And so then I line my lips with the point of it. And this color on me might be too light. Oh my gosh, Trooper, stop. Hey, I'm gonna get the water bottle. I have a squirt bottle. Oh, it is my gardener. It is in my yard. That's weird. I thought he came yesterday. Okay, Trooper, stop. So I can't even put him out. Sorry, guys. Trooper. No. Now stop. Oh my gosh. Hey. So this color is called Sympathetic. And so you get a palette, a liquid lipstick of your choice, and then you get an Epic mascara. And so this is the water-resistant black, but it comes in water-resistant black, water-resistant brown, and then it also comes in a waterproof. And what I love about this is it has biotin in it, so it'll help the health of your lashes as well. And it does a really good job of curling your lashes a little bit as, hey, you know what? Come here and lay down. Now stop. He's wagging his tail as he's barking. He has no clue what he's doing. He's nuts. This dog, we have him on anti-anxiety medication. He's a lunatic. So this is the Epic mascara, and I love it. It's a single step. There's no fibers. Like I said, it has biotin in it, so it's going to help the health of your lashes. And then it also does a really good job of kind of curling your lashes as it dries. And it does a really good job of separating. Sorry guys, if I had known the gardener was coming, I would not have gone live at this particular time. And so you get all three of those products, and the palette alone is normally $49, and so the Kudos is a really good savings. So anyway, that's the Epic mascara. What I put on was palette 6, and I love this palette because you can go a little bit darker like this if you want. So this is just a little bit of the burgundy and the brown, and then a little bit of the like rose gold shimmer that I added on there. Or you can, and then I added a little bit of, let me show you. So this is palette 6, and so the colors I used, I just started with this lighter brown color, and I did that kind of all over except right below my brow bone. I added a little bit of this burgundy. Hey San, yes, you can hear Trooper. He's the, I don't know why our gardener is here today. He usually comes on Wednesday, but, and then I just added a little bit of this burgundy color, and then I added a little bit of this rose gold color. But and so I was saying that this color I used just as my highlighter, and then these two brown colors you can use as brow colors as well. Just with a little brow brush, you can just use those as brow colors. So this particular palette, and then you could go and do a look just with these rose gold and burgundy colors as well. This one is just kind of a matte nude color that a lot of times I'll put that all over my lid ahead of time. Or you could just do with these three browns. And so there's a bunch of different combinations that you can do with these individual palettes, but that is palette 6. And like I said, you get the palette, you get a liquid lipstick, and you get an Epic mascara. And this particular palette is selling out really quickly. I think within 2 days it sold out of individual sales, and now you can get it just in the Kudos. Or one of our collections has a palette in it as well. But I love the colors in this palette. It's kind of, this is almost like a, I don't know, it's interesting, this brown. Let me swatch it. It's really like a chocolatey brown, but it almost has a little bit of a, like a camo army kind of look to it. And it just goes really good with the pinks and the burgundies. Like this is the burgundy color. And then these are the shimmer. This one is a metallic that I put on. So it's just got that really pretty sheen to it. And they come with a built-in primer. And then this one, which is called Delightful right here, it actually has like, and this one will probably be hard to see, it actually has like sparkles in it. So you could even add it to your lip if you wanted, just to give a little shine to the center of your lip. Just a ton of versatility with this particular palette. So anyway, I said I goofed on our flight. We were supposed to leave and be on our way to Austin, Texas today. My husband had all these appointments set up for tomorrow, and we get to the airport today. Luckily, we just flew out of Fresno. and I made the flights for tomorrow instead of today, which is really weird, I said, because they sent me all my check-in information yesterday. So I checked in, I picked our seats, which normally you can't do that until 24 hours ahead of time. So I don't know. I thought for sure we were leaving this morning. We get there. Luckily, we didn't go a day later, and so and it all worked out fine. I was able to get Matt's inhaler, which he needs because he's having some asthma issues right now, which I couldn't have gotten before, and so it all worked out fine. We're all gonna just kind of chill tonight. We're all packed. I'm just gonna take a few things out that I need, and then we'll do the same thing again tomorrow. So we'll do the same thing again tomorrow. We're gonna fly into Austin, and Anthony and Cameron are gonna be looking around business-wise in Austin, because there is a chance that we may be moving from California to Austin. Not totally certain yet. I'm not, I kind of have to check things out a little bit more, but Matthew's girlfriend Haley lives in Houston, which is about a 3-hour drive, and so Matt and I are going to rent an extra car, and on Saturday morning, now it was going to be Friday morning, Saturday morning we're going to drive to Houston and spend a long weekend. We'll probably come back Monday evening to Austin so that he can hang with Haley and meet her family and her grandma and aunts and uncles and stuff. They just had a new baby in the family. Haley's mom, Dina's sister, had a baby, and so we get to meet the new baby, and so it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to hang there, just Matt and I, for a couple of days. We might go to Galveston. Not sure what our plans are yet, but the kids are going to get to hang together, and then Matt and I will drive back later on Monday, and then we'll have a couple of days in Austin to kind of check out services for Matthew and look at the neighborhoods that Anthony is looking at and kind of find out. Obviously, it has to be good financially for us, building-wise, and so Anthony and Cameron will do their thing for a couple of days while we're gone, and then when we come back, we'll look at neighborhoods and check into services and all of that kind of stuff to see if it's even feasible for us to leave California and go to Texas. So anyway, that's the plan for now. Like I said, thought the flight was today. Worked out just fine. We'll head out tomorrow. Everybody was in a pretty good spirits except for Matthew, who was dying to get there, but he's settled down at this point too. So we'll do the same thing over again tomorrow. We know now, timing wise, that was good timing. Our luggage was all underweight because we put them all on the scale. We were like ready to go, get our bags tagged, and the gal looks up and realizes we don't have tickets until tomorrow. So, and there was nothing that we could, everything was full. We couldn't switch it and get out today. So anyway, all's fine. We'll get out tomorrow. If you're interested in the Kudos, especially if you're interested in this particular palette, palette 6, which is my new favorite because it's so versatile. You can do so many different looks with it. I did a look today with the lighter brown and the burgundy and a little bit of this rose gold color, and I love it. And then you can also just do the browns if you want. You can just do a lighter eye with some of the lighter ones and the light brown. The browns you can use as brow color, and then this color I used as my highlighter, and I put a little bit of it on my lips as well. So you get that, you get a liquid lipstick of your choice. We've got tons of different shades, really wild bright shades and then neutral shades, and then you get an Epic mascara, my favorite single step mascara. I use that every single day. It's got biotin in it, so it's going to help the health of your lashes. It makes your lashes curl a little bit when it dries. It dries really soft. It's definitely a customer favorite. So you get all 3 of these items, and you can choose your palette. So if palette 6 isn't your cup of tea, you can pick, we've got 5 other palettes that you can choose from. This is palette 4, which is another one of my favorites. And then palette 1 is just kind of a neutral everyday palette. Palette 2 is our smoky eye palette. Palette 3 is kind of purples and plums and some metallic-y shimmer colors, and palette 5 is almost all metallic. So if you have somebody that really likes those bright purples and golds and pinks, that's in palette 5. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. I can get you all hooked up, but I would say if you are interested in palette 6, snag that Kudos. That's the only way you can get it now, and it's limited quantities, I heard. And usually when they say limited quantities, it's just a matter of a day or so, and it'll be sold out. So, and it is definitely my favorite. It makes some gorgeous eye looks. So anyway, just wanted to pop on and show you that while I had a little bit of time, now that we're not flying out until tomorrow. But we will be gone. Yeah, we'll be gone for the rest of the week. It's spring break time for Matthew. And so he actually got out a couple days early, although today I didn't even need to take him out because he could have gone to school. But anyway, he's out a day early tomorrow, and then he's off all of the following week. So if you need anything, let me know. I will have my phone with me the whole time I'm gone anyway, and so that's kind of the beauty of this business, is I can work it from wherever I am. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will, yeah, that's it. So thanks for joining, you guys. Pallet 6, limited quantities, so if it's something you're interested in, let me know and we'll get that snagged for you within the next day or so. Okay? Bye, guys.